Hi guys. What we have here, this is the all-new 10th generation Honda Accord, and yeah. So here's the launch. A very low-key launch because coronavirus and all that. So Honda Malaysia has decided to do to what do you call it, to refrain from a massive mega launch, which is unusual for them. Usually, when it comes to a full model change, right, Honda Malaysia, they like to do it grand, they like to do it big, they like to send a message to the industry. So this is quite unusual for them, but entirely understandable in the circumstance. We also have the new Civic here being shown, the facelifted Civic that's being there doing her video. I'll feature that in a separate video. Okay, so here, this video that you're watching now, I'll focus my attention on the Accord, and we'll just go on a walk around. Okay, just to show you one walk around to show you the car. Right, this is in terms of its design, a massive departure from its predecessor. Many of you guys would have seen this car on the internet, going around the internet. Right, this car has been launched for some time already, but this is my first time seeing it in person, and I think it's a very handsome car. Massive departure from its predecessors. So first thing I would like to point out is that from this angle you can see that they have adopted a more sporty, a more coupe-like silhouette, following the direction from the Civic. You can see here, it's a very the sloping roof there, giving this new Accord a very dynamic stance. All right, and if you can see from the front end, let me just show you the Civic together with it. Between the Accord and the Civic, now there is a bit more of a family look between these two cars. You can see that the Accord from the front end, it really looks like a big brother of the Civic, and it's not entirely a bad thing at all. The Civic has been well received for its combination of style, dynamics, price, features, performance. So for the Accord to build on that, yeah, it's not a bad thing at all. So what do we have here with the new Accord? So there's only one engine option, which is the familiar 1.5 liter turbo VTEC that we have seen in the Civic and also the CRE. But here in the Accord, it is tuned to 201 horsepower, 260 Newton meters of torque. So the Accord here gets the most aggressive tune of this engine compared to the Civic that gets 173 horsepower. The CRE gets 190 horsepower. So transmission wise, same Earth Dreams CVT as per the Civic and the CRV. So Honda has always made most of their transmissions in-house. The Accord continues that. Okay, the previous engines were a 2-liter and a 2.4-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine paired to a 5-speed automatic. Those two were long-serving combinations, and Honda has finally decided to retire them. Okay, so two variants on offer, both with the same engine. The basic version is priced at 185,900 ringgit, but it's still a very well equipped. Okay, still get LED headlamps, still get reverse camera, still get remote engine start. Okay, a lot of things. What you see here, this version that you see here, is the 195,000 ringgit premium variant. Okay, now let me just highlight to you what does that 10,000 ringgit difference gets you. Okay, the wheels. The premium version here gets 18-inch wheels. Standard version gets 17. This, okay, 360-degree camera. The standard version gets only a reverse camera together with Honda LaneWatch. All right, and finally, with the top variant here, you get Honda Sensing. So you see with this camera module and the radar module here. Otherwise, all other features between this and the basic variant exactly the same. Okay, so you also get a Honda LaneWatch, and I want to point to you the passenger side side mirror. So you see here, this is the camera for the 360-degree monitor. This is the camera for the Honda LaneWatch system. So this one side mirror has two cameras, and my advice is, if you are driving in traffic jams, please leave plenty of room for motorcycles on this side of the car. Okay, you don't want people to bang this side mirror. With two cameras in there, it's bound not to be cheap at all. Now come to the back here, you can see the tail light design. Okay, it sort of evokes the image of the Civic as well. Okay, with this C-shaped design, but it's a far more matured interpretation. All right, and as you can see also from here, let me show you the C-pillar design. Also, kind of reminds us of the Civic's one, where you see here the window line, it actually flows and sharpens its way to the back. Okay, yeah. So as I pointed out earlier, reverse camera is standard. Let me just open the boot. A very large boot. Okay, and we come to the.
Oh, you want to go in?
Yeah, can. Thank you. So here you can see this is the rear section of the cabin. Let me just come in here. Now the front passenger seat comes with this shoulder switches. Okay, and right here you can see rear aircon vents, two USB ports here as well. In terms of seating, fabulous legroom, as you can see here. The seat angle, however, surprisingly, I would have expected a deeper angle to give me more thigh support. As it is quite low. Okay, right. So headroom, not too bad. Because of the sloping roof, right? I'm 170 centimeters tall, so yeah, it's kind of touching. It's my hair, the edges of my hair is touching the roof. Okay, so but the lean angle is good. It's a comfortable lean, so should be all right to do long distance driving in this. Okay, you got armrest here. It's a nice simple armrest with a covered lid. I'm surprised that they didn't choose to use a fancier material on this. This is rather plain for me. Alright, so we'll come. Alright, before that, let me just show you the door card as well. Single tone colored grey door card. You've got a sunshade here. And bro, you masih nak guna depan?
You pakai lah.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so here is the front end of the cabin, and you can see here. Alright, engine start stop button. Let me just start up the electrics of the car. This is a 7-inch TFT screen. So, right. Now, the interesting presentation is this. The speedometer here, this is an analog speedometer, right? A physical analog speedometer. This whole part here is a screen, which means that you can vary the display. Let me just find the switch to do so. Alright, so here's the button. Press this and you cycle through. Can't seem to change it. Maybe need to start the engine to do so, which I won't do in a closed environment. Okay, so here you have it. This is a floating screen. So compared to the previous Accord, now they have went back to just one screen, but they have given more buttons here. So the previous Accord, there was a lot of touch interface, which Honda discovered and admitted that maybe not the most intuitive to operate on the move. So they have gone back to the drawing board. there's still this is still a proper touchscreen, and nice, the response is good. So you got trip computer here. All right, and what they have to is they have still restored some physical buttons here for you to use for shortcuts. All right, so to make it more intuitive to operate on the move, they've also given they also put physical dials for the climate control system. Okay, and inside here, inside this lid here, it's a USB port, 12-volt socket, and a wireless charging tray here. Nice. All right, so come back here. So got two very large joint deep cup holders that should take a lot of things here. And behind here you can see this center console box. Inside here is this removable tray, and once again this is a really large and usable storage area. Okay, as I've said before many times, I review a Honda vehicle, they never disappoint when it comes to interior storage solutions. Of course, with the Accord, Honda tends to want to give a bit more emphasis on the look, on the design, so they reduce the practicality factor by a bit. But even then also, right, you look at the amount of storage from here all the way to here, there are a lot of things that you can stow away inside here. My wish list probably would be that maybe they would have put this area they just make it a more rectangular shape with a lid. I think that I would have appreciated that more. But otherwise, there is very little that I can think of to improve this cabin from a functional standpoint. Okay, material selection as usual. This is a barely soft touch plastic. This is hard. This is a classy looking wood trim. So typical Honda form, interior layout, very practical, very good ergonomics, user friendly, acceptable build quality. Material selection is distinctly average. Okay, so here you have it, guys. This is a quick look of the all new 10th generation Honda Accord. So do stay tuned for my other video where I will be bringing you guys on a walk around of the facelifted Honda Civic as well.